Welcome to Sunrise Trip. The top 10 places to visit in Japan. Travelers may enjoy a true feast in Japan, which features bustling megacities, tranquil beach-lined islands, and onsen, hot spring towns perched on mountaintops. Although you could probably spend your whole life seeing Japan, there are a few places and attractions that are essential to any wonderful vacation there. Here are our top 10 picks for destinations in Japan. 10. Kamikochi. Preferred for mountain treks. Kamikochi, a highland river valley surrounded by the towering peaks of the northern Japan mountains, is one of the most beautiful natural scenes in all of Japan. It is possible to do short day treks through serene willow, larch, and elm forests along the pure Azusa Gawa. The cradle of Japanese alpinism, Kamikochi also serves as the starting point for harder hikes up some of the tallest mountains in the nation, such Yari-ga take, 3,180 meters. Kamikochi forbids the use of private vehicles, reducing the impact of the throng. 9. Osaka. Best for street food and nightlife. When it comes to urban experiences, Tokyo doesn't always take home the top honors. Third largest city in Japan, Osaka is the best for street food. Don't miss its distinctive dish, takoyaki, grilled octopus dumplings. Throughout the canal-side strip Ditambori, there is a stunning display of LED lights, dynamic signs, and flashing video displays, creating one of the most striking nighttime scenes in all of Japan. The city, which is the oldest commercial hub in Japan, has its own speed, vitality, and enthusiasm for life. Its unofficial motto is, Kuidore, eat until you drop. Planning advice. Osaka hotels normally charge an accommodation tax on top of the weekly lodging expenses, and the amount depends on the average nightly rate. 8. Okinawa and the Southern Islands. Best for beaches. Compared to the rest of Japan, Okinawa and the Southwest Islands provide a completely unique experience. This archipelago of semi-tropical islands connects Kyushu to Taiwan. They founded their own country before being captured by Japan in the 19th century, the Reiki Empire, and the cultural contrasts are evident in everything from the architecture to the cuisine. Japan's finest beaches, such as those on the Yaeyama Islands and the Kurama Islands, with sugar-white sand bordered by palm trees and turquoise seas, may be found here. Enjoy the sun, or go scuba diving and snorkeling. 7. Koya-san. Best for exploring temples. Taking the funicular up to Kyoto-san, a revered Buddhist monastery complex, seems like ascending to another universe, which is only fitting. There are more than 100 temples in this area, with Oku-no-in being the most notable. Here, trails wind between tall cryptomeria trees and weathered stone stupas that are coated with moss and lichen. Other experiences are available at other temples, including the possibility to spend the night, eat traditional vegetarian Buddhist food, and rise early to practice morning meditation with the resident monks. Despite there are no formal clothing restrictions for Japanese temples and shrines, visitors are nonetheless expected to maintain a reasonable level of silence when at these revered locations. 6. Yakushima. Best for forest bathing. Akushima, a little island off the southern Kyushu coast, is frequently said to as wonderful, enchanted, and even otherworldly. It's a place where words fall short and platitudes take over. The yakusugi, an old cedar unique to the island whose enormous roots resemble alien tentacles, may be found in some of Japan's few remaining primeval woods. Below them, hiking routes crisscross rocky ground that is frequently covered with moss. The famous Studio Ghibli animated film Princess Mononoke is thought to have drawn inspiration from this location's environment. Detour. Visit the Yakusugi Museum to discover more about the significance of yakusugi, our Japanese cedar trees, to the Yakushima Islanders while you're not trekking. There is an accessible English audio guide. 5. Hiroshima. Best for being reflective. Nowadays, Hiroshima is a progressive city with lovely, green boulevards. The actual scope of the human tragedy caused by the atomic bomb is not starkly apparent until you visit the Peace Memorial Museum. A trip here is a somber, necessary history lesson. Reflection possibilities abound in the museum's surrounding park, which was mostly created by Tonge Kenz, one of Japan's greatest modernist architects. Nevertheless, you'll have pleasant memories to take with you when you leave thanks to the city's spirit of tenacity in its cuisine. 4. Mount Fuji. Best for views and pilgrimages. The majestic Mount Fuji will leave you speechless, even from a distance. The tallest mountain in Japan has a cone that is exactly symmetrical up close, which is nothing short of amazing. From the peak, dawn? Real magic. One of Japan's most beloved and enduring tourist destinations is Fuji-san. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people climb it, carrying on a centuries-old custom of making pilgrimages to the revered volcano. Follow in the footsteps of Japan's most renowned painters and poets if you'd like to look for picture-perfect vistas from the adjacent, less intimidating summits. Preparation advice. To avoid the wet season and snowfall, it is recommended to climb Mount Fuji during its official season, which runs from July 1st through mid-September. Before going on a hike in Japan, always check for typhoon warnings. 3. Naoshima. Best for architecture. One of Japan's greatest success stories is the transformation of Naoshima, a rural island that was about to become a ghost town, into a premier hub for contemporary art. A number of the most well-known architects in Japan have donated buildings, including museums, a boutique hotel, and even a bathhouse, all of which were created to accentuate the island's natural beauty and blend in with its existing population. The ensuing fusion of contemporary art and rural Japan is mesmerizing. It has also motivated several Japanese to leave the larger cities in search of a calmer pace of life, moving to Naoshima to start cafes and inns. Planning advice. Try to schedule your trip to coincide with one of the Setouchi Triennale Festival's 3 exhibits, which take place in the spring, summer, and fall every 3 years, with the most recent one taking place in 2022. The diverse art, theatrical, music, and dance activities held in Naoshima are what distinguish this festival. 2. Kyoto. Best for traditional experiences. More than 1,000 temples may be found in Kyoto, which served as Japan's royal capital for 1,000 years. They range from the enormous, like Ryan-ji with its austere Zen rock garden, to the peaceful, like Kinkaku-ji, an elegant pavilion fully covered in gold leaf. Temples are just the beginning. There is also a rich culinary culture, such as kaiseki, as well as a culture of tea that may be enjoyed at one of the city's many beautiful tea houses. There are also geishas, famous performers of traditional music and dance, Japanese haute cuisine. 1. Tokyo. Best for contemporary culture. Tokyo is a city that is always looking toward the future, pushing the limits of what is practical on a heavily populated, earthquake-prone area by erecting ever taller, more streamlined buildings. It is the best location in Japan for modern art and architecture, popular culture, shopping, consuming, and entertainment, and a tie with Kyoto for dining. Visitors are more entranced by the city itself, not any particular site. It is a broad, organic structure that stretches as far as the eye can perceive. Tokyo is a city that is always developing and has a wide variety of districts, so no 2 visits are ever the same. Planning hint. 1 to 2 months before to the event, tickets for sumo, kabuki, and Giants baseball games go on sale. Forward preparation is necessary for other well-known sites like the Imperial Palace and the Ghibli Museum. Thanks for watching.